That was beautiful. There are so many lines in this song that hit me. Escapism from the Warning's new album, Keep Me Fed. Official lyrics video, first time reaction, and I would like to warn you that I will be pausing. If that's something you don't enjoy, it will happen. Before starting, I would like to read the definition of the word escapism. The tendency to seek distraction and relief from unpleasant realities, especially by seeking entertainment or engaging in fantasy. So I think this time, it should be pretty clear what exactly the song is about. Now let's get to the part where they do the thing. Oh. Wait, I know I just started. But that is such a nice tune. I wonder if it's gonna explode at some point. There's no way it continues that way, right? But it's so chill, I like it. Makes me feel a bit more relaxed. Okay, that was the first verse. This bit is the pre-chorus. And this line, there is time that needs to be wasted, hurts me a little to read it. I've just seen it happen so many times. I've done it myself as well. This whole bit is just mood. So given that I have read to you the definition, I think verse 1 is more or less the definition, but in musical sense. Also, to note, on this website that I checked the lyrics, people can leave notations, and they're not something official, right? They're just made by somebody who walked in and is just notating things. So they might not be true. But if we look at those two in the first verse, they both say that, get me out of my head is a reference to sick, where presumably in sick they say don't want to give, just take, get out of my head. And here they say get me out of my head. On the next one, the person who notated says that this is a reference to sick, again, with quotation, sick and tired of always wasting time. Whereas here they say there's time that needs to be wasted. And I'm not sure if it was intentional, that they kind of said the opposite of what they're saying in sick in this song, but it does kind of make sense. I'm not going to spend much time talking about this because this is not the video where I talk about sick, but I do like how, based on verse 1 of escapism at least, what sick is about and what escapism is about seem to be just the opposites of each other. It's very interesting. Okay, so far we have the definition pretty much of what escapism is. Now let's see what they do with that. And before we get to it, again, reminder that generally speaking, verses tend to be more quiet, so that when we get to the chorus, it stands out more. And I'm extra curious how that's gonna play out in this song, because it really seems like they're going for a mellow vibe. And I just want to see if they're gonna keep up with it. And if they do, how are they gonna ramp it up while keeping it mellow? Maybe they won't, I don't know. Oh. So I close my eyes till it all fades, and so I close my eyes then it all fades. Yet I'm still aching, breaking, trying again, but I'll just close my eyes till it all fades. Okay, so they did keep it mellow. It was a stronger version of the same mellow feeling. And if you look here, here's another line that gets to me. It's the hope that kills you. Don't say that, man. That's such a sad mental state to be in. It triggers my empathy. And the notation is hoping for something and being disappointed is worse than not expecting anything. This reminds me of, I'm not sure if you've seen or heard of that show, Malcolm in the Middle. There was the youngest boy, Dewey. And I remember there was one episode where he had a birthday. And I won't go in detail, but he had that line where he's just slamming on the table and goes, I expect nothing and still I'm disappointed. This is what this reminds me of, except the logic of it. So if you don't hope for anything, then you will not be disappointed. Exactly as this annotation says. But I don't think that I agree with that. Yeah, maybe the feeling is stronger. If you hope for something and then it doesn't happen, it hits you harder. But I think that's the kind of hits you want to take. What's life like if you don't hope for anything, if you don't aspire for anything? Okay, well, yeah. Sad song, definitely. Now, if I'm to consider whether what they have gone for, the feeling that I think they try to contain within this song, and again, this is just the very first part, so presumably it's gonna grow. Did they manage to do that? And yeah, I think they did. This really sounds like it gives me the vibe of somebody who is getting high, right? Like a junkie who's like given up on life and just wants to get high and be left alone. Except the drug of choice here is escapism, whatever method they have of achieving that. And I will also mention that I like the instrumentals that went with the singing in the chorus. They didn't stand out, but I don't think that they wanted anything to. When I say stand out, I mean like pop out, like aggressively pop out. I don't think that's what they want with this song. So it makes sense that they did that. But it worked very nicely. Okay, let's start over again and see if there's anything else that stands out. That start is so nice. There was something instrumental that happened there that I want to hear again. What is that? Hold up. Fine, guys, still wax. I found it. I'm not sure how accurate this tab is, but that's just playing the guitar. Yep, that's what got me confused, just guitar noises. But to be fair, listen to this. This is the synth, which I assume that means that it's not actual playing, but it's the notes are run through something that synthesizes it. I don't know. See this? And then if we switch to the video, it sounds different. I'm assuming they did some software stuff, sort of distortion maybe, to make it sound like this. I don't know. Whatever the case, it's really nice. This is how she says delusions again. Oh, that was good. And it seems so simple as well. Although I personally would not be able to do that. My singing is no. But it's not something that stands out. It sounds good anyway. Okay. There's something in my mind and I'm trying to reach it, but it's not easy. Okay, I tried to find a video that I think I watched. I think it was Synthwave, and there was some guy looking very depressed in rain. Well, I couldn't find it, whatever it was. If it even existed, maybe I just made it up in my head out of some half-remembered things. So instead, I'll have to use words. This song gives me the feeling of someone who has checked out and given up, and there's not even a thought in their mind about doing something about it. Like someone who's depressed, who's just cruising through. They're not looking for things to get better. They're not looking for any change. They're just moving on along. So the instrumentals here changed. Here again. Except in the chorus, it literally says trying again. Yet I'm still aching, breaking, trying again. Okay, well that's pretty clear. If you look at them step by step, here they're engaging in escapism. Here they say it's a hope that kills you. So I close my eyes still with fade. So presumably they felt the hope and then they're trying to make it fade. So they're fighting against the thing that's trying to help them, the thing within themselves. And then it all fades. The hope fades, but they're still aching. So here's how I think it works. They are engaging in escapism, the speaker and the song, but then the hope still finds them. And they know that through the hope is where the actual pain comes from. So they close their eyes and they try to make it go away. But they're still aching, breaking, and trying again is the hope is trying again. So they just close their eyes until it all fades again. So this is basically them fighting against hope, which is not a sentence I thought I would ever speak. Fight against hope? What? And this post-chorus bit, which I will call screams, even though it's not, it kind of sounds like screams. That shows the internal struggle and the difficulty of it. Very well put together, I think. We'll get back to this, I just want to go over this verse as well. There are so many lines in this song that hit me. This is the third one, I think. Stepping into the void, even if it amounts to nothing. That feels bad to read. But bad not as in it's badly written. It's actually written well because it makes me feel bad, which is presumably what they wanted. Maybe not bad specifically, but they wanted to evoke negative feelings with this. Because there's no way they wrote this and they thought that people who think about it would feel anything but negative feelings. Don't do something if you know it amounts to nothing. Find meaning in life. What's happening here? Okay, well, if we look back up, last time they went into the chorus, it was after it's the hope that kills you. And then they go with, so I close my eyes. And I connected those things, they might not be connected, but if they are, they feel hope, and then they close their eyes, and then they basically smother that thing that's trying to pull them out of that void. So maybe that's exactly what's happening here as well. Because I spent some time reading this and thinking about it, and it sounds like something is bubbling up again. Which makes sense, because in the chorus, they just smother it again. Reaching out to hold onto something, I wish I could enjoy worthless means of communicating. So basically this is again hope, but they don't say the word hope, they just express it. Something inside them is trying to hold on to something. Like a life raft, something to pull them out. Even if it's worthless means of communicating, which I assume means communicating with other people, and worthless is what the damaged, depressed bit, the one from the chorus that tries to smother all the hope. That's how it feels about those things, that they're worthless. But the hope inside them wishes that they could enjoy them. And words that only destroy sounds to me like it's the hope that kills you. Because if they're hoping that they can enjoy them, as they say here, they hope that they can enjoy those worthless means of communicating, whatever that is. Presumably, those worthless means of communicating would mean different things to different people. It's not really specified what exactly it is, so you can fill in with whatever you want. But whatever it is, they wish they could enjoy it. But means of communicating and words are means of communicating. So words that can only destroy can be referring to those worthless means of communication. And this is very similar to this bit where it's the hope that kills you. That's why they're words that can only destroy, because those words provide hope, and it's the hope that kills you. That's why they're left feeling and fearing. Although fearing is a feeling. But escapism is usually where you run away from your feelings, right? Not only, but mostly. So that's where the feelings sneak in, and specifically fearing the pain from hope. Again, expressed differently here. So basically they have circled again to the same thing so they can go into the chorus again. Now, as always, I could be off base. I have been off base by quite a large margin before. But if I am right, this is a very impressive structure. At least I found it impressive, the way that they're doing it. And I am once more excited for the bridge. I wonder what they'll do there. Okay, let's hear how they go into the chorus and the chorus as well. I'm going to do the thing that at this point I always do after I finish the song. I think this chorus, they went into it differently, musically speaking. But I don't remember what exactly they did on the first one. Now I'll go back a little bit into the chorus so we can see the transition into the bridge. It sounded like they were doing something. Oh my god. That was beautiful. I'll take a moment to just take it in. Okay, let's see what's happening again. So the speaker is trying to banish that thing that presses on them, whether it's hope or otherwise. And the reason I say otherwise is because I can't help but feel, and God, how well she sang that. Like each word, like a separate sentence. That was so powerful. But I can't help but feel, I think this means general state of feeling, which presumably that general state of feeling is bad feelings. And if you know what she's talking about, you know what she's talking about. I have been there personally. I didn't resort to escapism, but it is certainly the thing that seems to make the most sense when you're feeling that way. And I can't tell what's real is also, that also makes sense in that context. Because if you are suppressing emotions that hard, then those emotions, when they come, they're probably gonna come roaring. And when that happens, it's not difficult to be confused about what's actually happening. This could, of course, also refer to the escapism, and it could be a mix of both, where you spend so much time in whatever way you engage in escapism that when the reality hits you, you're just confused. And it was so brilliant where she basically shouted that whole bit, and then the last bit, it's the hope that kills you. That was quiet, and it was so expressive. That's so much story, so much told in just those 3 lines, which you bet we're hearing again. Do you hear the echo and feel? I was just thinking when she was singing it, there's no way she doesn't do something special with feel, because that's what you're building up to. You wanna hammer it, and I think the echo did it. Was it the same? Yeah, it sounded kind of the same. Obviously different word, but the echo seemed the same. Okay, now I just realized that I paused just before they go quiet. We need to hear them be loud and then quiet. I wonder what that's gonna sound like live. That bridge specifically. Oh my god. And now, what do they do? Oh, I love that. That's just tension. I was trying to figure out what it does because I felt it. I think the best word to use for that soul there is tension. It gave me a vibe from like movies when they're trying to build tension and they play music kind of like that, and you're just at the edge of your seat waiting to see what happens, because presumably they built up to whatever was happening in the movie, and then they play that music and you're like, oh my god, somebody's gonna get jumped if it's a horror movie or whatever. And what happens after tension? Of course, we have to resolve the tension. And at this point, I am fairly confident that they're going to change up the last chorus. when I say change it, I don't mean literally change it, but they're gonna do something in this chorus that's different from the other ones, because so far, every time I check all choruses, and every time each of them is different in some way, either how they go into it, how they come out of it, or what they do with it specifically. And with that tension building soul just before it, I expect something. I'm not sure what I was expecting. I don't think that was it. They extended the chorus, but the way they sang it seemed the same, except for the part where it felt like they cut one of the lines short. I don't think they did though. Okay, let me hear it again. That thing. So they did indeed kind of cut it. I just now realized that they're singing Close My Eyes Till It's All, and they don't finish it. But they also, it felt like they extra didn't finish it for the second one. This one? No, obviously they finished it, but it was the backing vocal that finished it. The lead vocal interrupted it. Let's hear it again. No, that was nice. Okay, here's how it goes in my head. After the bridge, they had the solo that, for me, it built tension, but now I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it was supposed to be like a battle theme. I want to hear it again and I just think about those two things and see which one vibes more with me. And then after that, they did the same thing where the speaker is fighting the feelings that are bubbling up. But this time, the fight is more fierce. As you can see, close my eyes till it all, and then stops. Close my eyes till it all. Not only does it stop, but it's also interrupted by yet I'm still aching, breaking, trying again. And there's this sound that I will not make. Let's say the small scream, which this just seems like she's just fighting with herself, which the chorus kind of always seemed like she was fighting with herself, but here they made the fight more fierce. And of course they end with, but I'll just close my eyes till it all fades. Okay, now, is this a battle theme or just an escalation of tension? Or could be both, I suppose. I haven't made up my mind. It could be both, but I'm leaning towards tension more than a battle scene. I had the guitar in the background as well. I just saw dun 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 dun. Not like that. Gives an acoustic feeling. The last thing I'll mention is where they cut off this close my eyes till it all, and it's not finished and they cut it. This really reminds me of me trying to meditate and I'm trying to not engage with thoughts and they just slap me. Like, don't care, we're going. Meditating is hard, yo. It's a good song, that's my verdict. Definitely had some very interesting bits, especially the words that they used. I felt a lot of them. And what's being portrayed in the song is predictably, in my opinion, done very well. And it is also, predictably, very relatable to the general state of things in society these days. Escapism is so easy with internet and all the content that is there to be consumed, which is a song that I will get to soon. If I had to pick a standout, the bridge and the soul after the bridge, as that soul leads into the chorus, that really stole the show for me, this whole bit. And of course, I appreciate what they did with interrupting each other. And it's a song with a mellow feeling. I don't think that the album has another song that's quite like this. And what I'm getting at here is they've managed to make a different song that still sounds like them again. Which is great talent as far as I'm concerned. Another good one by the ladies. That's about it. Y'all take care.